Alright guys, so in this video we're going to take a look at my girlfriend Kelly's van. I know a lot of you see this mysterious pretty girl in the background of a lot of my videos. So we're going to go ahead and say hi to Kelly and check out her camper van. Hey Kelly, thanks for having us over. You want to tell us a little bit about your van?
Yep, this is my Ford Transit. It's a 2018. It is the 148 wheelbase, which is the medium length. It's also the medium roof height on it. And it is the 250 EcoBoost engine with a 3.31 limited slip axle. And the only modifications I've really done to it would be to swap out the tires. I changed those out. I wanted to go with a more aggressive tire for dirt roads as well as a little bit bigger tire. So the 250 570 R16 was the biggest size that I could find for this van, without having to modify any of the wheel well area to install it. And then I also had this window installed, which that's Motion Windows. It's a company, a manufacturer that's in Washington State. So I custom ordered that window and they installed it for me.
Great, let's take a look on the inside and see what you did to this.
Come on in. So I did swap out recently actually. The front passenger seat, I added in a swivel mount to it so that I could spin the seat around. And then I have this, which I can use as a table. I can swing it around so I can kind of work off of it a little bit from my chair. So I built this bed across here. It's a little bit different of a setup than most vans I've seen. But I'm able to put the driver's seat forward, tilt it forward, and slide this and put a cushion in here, and I'm able to sleep this direction. Or I also built it on a slat bed pull-out system, so this whole section will pull out and lift up and fill in this whole area as a bed, and then this cushion and this cushion switch to being this direction, east-west, across there, and fills in this whole space with the mattress in there. So in the back here I built a countertop. This is 5 feet long, so it's quite a bit of space. I built it a little bit taller up because I do like to use this also as kind of a standing desk, so it's kind of halfway between a normal countertop height and a standing desk height, which for me works well for being able to cook on here and also do like office work on the countertop as well. I have, I'm just using a camp stove in here. I don't have anything permanently installed in the countertop, and that seems to work well for me right now. It's just a propane stove. And then I have just drawers and storage for all my kitchen stuff under here. I ended up, when I sold my house, I had a lot of furniture, so I ended up trying to repurpose as much as I possibly could from it. So this countertop was actually a 3 foot by 5 foot table that I cut apart into pieces and had some help staining, and attached it, made a little backsplash for it, and made it into my countertop. And these came out of a dresser, so that I already had, so I was able to reuse some things. I've got storage, and then my power system, it takes up this whole third of it. And I have 300 amp hours of AGM batteries and a 2,000 watt inverter installed in here.
And solar panels on the roof?
Yep, I've got two panels that are 180 each, so 360 watts of solar on the roof.
Very nice.
And then I also installed the Max Air fan. Okay, so the biggest problem I had with most of the vans that were pre-built, not only was the cost, but also was the storage space. I have a lot of hobbies that I do on the road, and so I needed more storage space than the average bear. So I built this side to be copious amounts of storage. So up top, I made this spice rack. So my spices are here, but this whole thing lifts out. My kayak is behind there, so I have a folding kayak, and it gets stored back there. And then this middle section, as I'll show you, it's organized chaos, but here's like basically my closet for clothes. And I have everything super separated out, tank tops, wicking shirts, normal shirts. I have everything. It looks crazy, but it's actually pretty darn organized in there. And then I just have these, which are pull-out, just bins that I can pull out, toiletries, kitchen stuff, all of that in there. And then under here, I just have more storage where I have totes with different things like hiking gear and kayak gear and backpacking gear and snowshoes and all of that stored underneath the countertop. And then over here I have a water jug. I put, this one is just 2.5 gallons, but I'm able to use that one just off the edge. And then I have an extra supplemental just over 7 gallons in the back that I can refill this one with.
Okay, and the all-important question, do you have a bathroom in the van?
I do. I have a sea head, which is kind of a marine separating toilet that I use. And that's in the back, very back corner, which we can go around back and take a look. I've been using that even in my last rig, which was a truck camper. So I've been using that for over 3 years now, and I absolutely love it. It works really well, and it's easy to use and maintain.
Looks like you have a mountain bike in here as well.
I do. I didn't want my mountain bike outside anymore on the hitch because it was, the whole drivetrain was getting kind of abused on the back of the vehicle, so I created a way to be able to hang it inside the van and keep it in here. Also keeps it a little more secure.
Okay, so moving into the back here, I like your custom window covers there.
Yeah, they're a work in progress, but they're coming along. I've been sewing those. Are insulated with wool, which actually the whole entire van is insulated with Havelock wool. And so I had a little bit left over after I did all the insulation, so I made these window coverings for the back windows. So this is a sea head toilet, usually used in marine applications, and so it's got a separator for number 1 and number 2, and then the handle to churn, unlike the Nature's Head, it's at the top, so that's mechanism.
Gotcha. And what are you using for a medium in there?
You know, I've used a variety of things over the last couple years. Sometimes coco coir, but right now I'm trying out hemp. We'll see how that goes.
Okay. And obviously you can pull your mountain bike from the back here.
So I've got
extra storage and stuff.
Yep. Exactly. It's actually pretty easy. That's my laundry bag, my extra water, and my chair, but I can just pull those out and unhook the bike and pull it out pretty easily.
Awesome. Okay, so this little contraption here, what's this all about?
I built this to kind of be multi-purpose. Like I have there's a piece of cushion in the back there that fits perfectly on top of here. And so I can use it also as a footrest, like an ottoman for either being on the bench or being on the chair. Or kind of like now a coffee table. It also slides over to sit here when the bed is slid out, so I pull that section out and that top flap will rest on top of it. So it's built to the right height to provide the last section of the bed platform.
And of course there's storage inside it as well.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Okay. And then you've got another little table that can swing out?
Yep, so I built this one utilizing the ladder, so I could actually, I needed this ladder to be able to get up on the roof and be able to clean my solar panels. So this also doubles as the legs for the table. And that forms a little desk, and then with the cushion on top of here, I can put this in this back space here, put the cushion on it, use that as my bench seat to work at the table.
Well, Kelly, we appreciate you having us over. I know a lot of my viewers were curious about what your van looked on the inside. And you did all this work yourself, huh?
I did. I had help with all things electrical, but and then also installing the ceiling, because that's a bit difficult to do solo. But everything else I pretty much did by myself, and helped staining the tabletop, but otherwise all the building I did myself, which I had no experience really at all with building anything out of wood, so it was kind of a learning experience, and I'm still learning as I go. Um, but I will say it was a great experience to be able to try and build something, and I used probably 98% of everything in here was built with just a jigsaw and circular saw, because that's all I had.
Awesome. Well, again, we thank you so much for having us over.
Thanks for coming along today on the tour of my humble abode. I really appreciate everybody's positivity on our channels, and we'll see you all down the road. Away we go.